Welcome into the Tokyo Dome to start the new millennia of baseball. The Cubs are playing the Mets here in Japan, and the two pitchers starting today are two pitchers wearing the number 32 as they all come out onto the field. Ready to start tonight's game. On the mound for the Mets, it's going to be Mike Hampton with a good range of pitches for him to go to. And first up, Eric Young, Sr. And Hampton's first pitch of the new millennia is a ball outside, 1-0 to Eric Young. That one, changeup down low in the zone. And now it is 1-1 to Young. And that one is hit into foul ground. Ricky Henderson going after it, he dives, and he cannot make the play. That one's inside, closer to Young. And it's going to leave Hampton with the 2-2 count on him. That one's down low. And it's a full count on the first batter of the year. And Hampton hits one into foul ground again. Right into the crowd. Hampton's delivery up high, just out of the zone, and the first batter is walked. Demon Bufford, and Hampton's checking on Young to make sure he doesn't go, and he won't go as he stays on first. Bufford swings that one down low, and it's 0-1. Piazza at the dish. And Darrell Hamilton in center field. Edgardo Alfonso on second base as that one sits in this foul ground. 0-2 on Bufford. As I said, Mike Piazza at catcher. Robin Ventura third base. Derek Bell right field. Todd Zeile first base. That one's popped up to Alfonso, and Edgardo Alfonso makes the first out of the year. Shortstop is Ray Ordonez. Pitcher Mike Hampton. Cubs batting order: Eric Young, Demon Bufford, Mark Grace, Sammy Sosa, Henry Rodriguez, Shane Andrews, Jose Nieves, Joe Girardi, and John Lieber. Another check on Eric Young, and he is safe as Mark Young is at the plate. Mark Young playing first base. Pitch out. And it's 1-0 to Grace. And the crowd gives a boo to the call by the ump. Another pitch out. That was a steal attempt, so he's going to make it a second. But Mark Grace is out at first. If Eric Young didn't try stealing, he may have been out, and Mark Grace might have been out. It might have been a double play. Now Sammy Sosa, the big hitter. His first at-bat. The pitch swung on by Sammy Sosa into right field. And that's going to be caught for the out by Derek Bell. And we go to the bottom of the first. Tied at 0 and no hits. Henderson, Hamilton, and Alfonso due up. On the mound is John Lieber, the other 32. He's got 4 pitches he can go to. So let's see if he can also do what Mike Hampton did, as Ricky Henderson is up at the plate. First batter for the Mets. Lieber. Quick delivery. Hitting the foul ground. And that's 0-1. Sammy Sosa gives chase to it. Pitch. Down low on the slider. Ricky Henderson, the fast and quick man. He may be old, but he can still do it. That one's outside. 2-1. Another slider, John Lieber. Back-to-back sliders from him. And he goes to the changeup, down low in the zone, and it's 2-2 to Henderson. Henderson waits. That one's down low on the sinker. Darryl Hamilton is on deck on the full count to Ricky Henderson. John Lieber delivers. That one's smacked, but it's going to be Mark Grace with the ball, and he steps on first. Ricky Henderson is out. That is the starting lineup for the New York Mets. Piazza at 4. He's the big hitter for the Mets. Darryl Hamilton now. John Lieber. And that's the first hit of the year from Darryl Hamilton on the first pitch to him. And a man on first, 1 out. And now Edgardo Alfonso is up with a man on first, trying to do some damage. The pitch, he was going to steal. That one's hitting the foul ground. Sammy Sosa is there for the out. 2 outs and a man on first now. Now the big hitter, Mike Piazza, with his first at-bat. Lieber, the former Dodger, takes the first pitch, and it's 1-0. The manager at third base, the third base coach, giving some signals to Darryl Hamilton. That one's in there, 1-1 to Piazza. That one smacked. It's going to be caught by Mark Grace on the ground ball. And he steps on first. He had 2 of those that inning. And we go to the second. Cubs looking for their first hit of the year. Henry Rodriguez, Shane Andrews, and Jose Nieves due up. Rodriguez is up for the Cubs. Looking for the first hit for the Cubs. Hamilton goes into his windup. The pitch fouled back on the first pitch to him. It's 0-1. Down low on the 2-seamer. And it's 1-1. Hamilton. Straight down the middle on the slider. And Henry Rodriguez swung the bat and whiffed at it on a good pitch that he could have gotten to maybe get a hit. But nothing doing for him. His next pitch is caught by Zeile at first. Not even a chance. He's not letting anything through. Todd Zeile with the good play now. The third baseman, Shane Andrews. Smack down the middle. And that's going to be a hit for Shane Andrews, the first hit of the year for the Cubs. A man on first and one out. Now let's see if the Cubs can do any damage. Now Jose Nieves up with a man on first. Hamilton goes into his windup, and he might have hung one down there in the bottom of the zone. Jose Nieves does not go at it. And it's 0-1. Hamilton delivers. Down low again, but this time on a two-seamer. It's 0-2 on Nieves. Hamilton looking for the strikeout. Hampton looking for the strikeout. And it's popped up. Ricky Henderson on the chase, and he's got it for the second out. And now 2 outs and a man on first. Now the catcher, Joe Girardi. Hampton. Delivery. It's inside on the two-seamer. It's 1-0. And that one might have just clipped the zone, I'm not sure. But anyway, the ump says strike, so it's 1-1 now. Check swing, but that one was in the zone anyway. With the changeup, 1-2. And fouled back on the changeup by Girardi. Still 1-2. 2 outs, man on first. That one's down low. Another two-seamer coming from Mike Hampton. That one is out to Ricky Henderson in left field. And he makes the catch. And the top of the second is done. We're going to the bottom of the second. Robin Ventura, Derek Bell, and Todd Zeile are due up. Both teams have 1 hit. And no runs. Now Robin Ventura up for the Mets. MVP chance in the first game. That one's outside on the slider. Lieber out into left field, and it is caught by Henry Rodriguez in left. Now Derek Bell with 1 out and nobody on. Right down Broadway, and it's 0-1 to Bell. Derek Bell's stance is just pretty much standing straight up. John Lieber delivers. That one's popped up in right field. Sammy Sosa has it. And he makes the catch. And now we have 2 outs on the board for the Mets. Now Todd Zeile, who had that great catch to make an out in the top of the second. He swings at the first pitch and whiffs at it, and it's 0-1. Tomorrow these two teams will be playing as well. and then we won't have a game for a little while. Strike 2 to Todd. And that one's way up high. On the four-seamer, it's 1-2 to Zeile. That one's up high too, and it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. And that ends the second. Nothing going for both teams. And John Lieber with a strikeout to end the second inning. As we go to the top of the third. Cubs up to bat. Now the pitcher John Lieber. The two pitchers at each other. That one's right down the middle to the right. 0-1. Swing and a miss from Lieber. It's 0-2. Hampton. That one's fouled back on the changeup. Stays 0-2. Down low, 1-2 to Lieber. 32 versus 32. And the Met 32 wins the matchup. Hampton's first strikeout. And he hit that right in the bottom of the zone. Great pitch from Hampton to get Lieber to go swinging. And now we're back at the top of the order. Eric Young is up. That one is just on the edge of the strike zone with the changeup. 0-1. Eric Young got walked in the first inning. Swing and a miss. 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Eric Young, strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts for Hampton. This one on 3 pitches, the last one on 4. Now Damon Buford, he's 0 for 1. And that one's fouled off. He popped out in the first. Oh, and 1 pitch from Hampton. That one is a foul ball, just barely. The delivery from Hampton. That one is back into the crowd with the foul ball. And that one's another foul ball back into the crowd. Back-to-back foul balls, and it's still 0-2. And a strikeout on the slider in the top of the zone. And we end the top of the third, going to the bottom of the third. Neither team has nothing going. Now Ray Ordonez up to bat in the bottom of the third. John Lieber delivers down low, 1-0. The shortstop with Mike Hampton on deck. 2-0 to Ordonez. Both teams only have one hit. That one's in the zone on the slider. 2-1. The pitch to Ordonez, swing and a miss, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Lieber looking for the strikeout on Ordonez. The pitch, check swing. Ump says he went. Ordonez is down, strikeout for Lieber. And now Mike Hampton, the 232 is back at it. That one looked like it's in the zone, but it's called a ball. 1-0 to Hampton. Crowd trying to get amped up. Lieber, swing and a miss, 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Lieber fouled off. It's 2-2 on Hampton. Lieber looking for another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts. The pitch, another foul ball by Hampton as he swung at a pitch close to his body, which made it have to swing the bat closer to him and made it go way off onto the left side of the crowd. And he swings and misses at the changeup, down low, and it's Lieber's third strikeout of the game and back-to-back strikeouts. And now Ricky Henderson, who grounded out in the first inning. Lieber delivers. Sinker right down the middle, 0-1. Lieber outside, and it's a ball. If Henderson can get on base, he is a very speedy man. He can maybe steal a bag or two in a game if he wishes to. That one's popped up. Sammy Sosa giving it chase. Is he going to get there on time? He will. And that ends the inning. Sammy Sosa with a great chase down on the ball. And both teams have one hit through three. Mark Grace, Sammy Sosa, and Henry Rodriguez due up for the Cubs in the top of the fourth. Mark Grace, who grounded out in the first, trying to get something going for at least one of these teams. But he wants to get it going for his own team, of course. 0-1 with the two-seamer, closer to the top of the zone. Another two-seamer. Hampton has gone to a lot of those this game. That one he goes to a changeup though, and it's 1-2. Down low. And another ball on Mark Grace. That one is popped straight up. Piazza makes the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. And now the fourth man in the lineup, Sammy Sosa, who flew out in the first. The power guy for the Cubs. Swings at the first pitch, and he fouls it back. Hampton And Sammy Sosa smacks one into right field. That one is way out of here. Cubs take a 1-0 lead. Sammy Sosa goes yard in the 4th inning. And right as I said, he's a power guy. He hits one 372 feet, 100 miles per hour off the bat. And we have the first run of the entire season. Right there. A home run from Sammy Sosa. 1-0. And the dugout is hyped for him. And look at the replay. Hampton leaves one straight over the middle of the plate. And Sammy Sosa does his thing and goes yard for the Cubs. Henry Rodriguez. And he got a hit on the first pitch. And Hamilton throws it into second base to Edgardo Alfonso. And now a man on first. And the Cubs are getting multiple hits going in a row. Shane Andrews, he's 1 for 1. He's the third baseman. Now can he deliver for the Cubs? That one's outside on the changeup. It's 1-0. He singled in the 2nd inning. The pitch up high, 2-0. That one's over the middle, and that one gets through. Trying for third, Hamilton throws. He is safe, says the ump. He looks like he might have been out, but called safe. Let's look at the replay. Gets through Alfonso and Ordonez. Hamilton throws. That's close. It looks like Ventura might have gotten his hand. That looks like a bad call from the ump. Corners for the Cubs now. Jose Nieves. 1-0. We should have 2 outs. It should be 2 outs and a man on first right now. But a bad call from the ump, I think. Now 1-1 with another 2-seamer coming from Mike Hampton. Cubs in scoring position, but can they deliver? Fouled off and back. 1-2 now. Nieves, the 7th man in the lineup. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Hampton delivers, and another foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on the outside. 4th strikeout for Hampton. A nice pitch. Changeup on the left outside. Nieves goes for it. His bat, he goes way too early on the swing. And 2 outs now. Joe Girardi, can he get that runner in on third or no? That one's way off to the side. And it's 1-0. He flew out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. This all started with a Sammy Sosa home run, a foul ball into the crowd. 3 straight hits for the Cubs. The last man just got out, and now this one's fouled back. 1-2 to Girardi. Looking, Mike Hampton trying to only give up that 1 solo home run. Will this be the pitch? No, it will not. Girardi will look at that one go beneath the zone, and it's 2-2. And another foul ball by Garrotti. Stays 2-2. Garrotti really trying to fight to get this run in. He is not giving up. But that is a strikeout. And that ends the inning. But Sammy Sosa ropes one into the crowd. 4 hits. 3 hits for the Cubs in that inning. 4 in total and a run. Mets only have 1 hit and 0 runs. Darryl Hamilton leading off in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Now can the Mets get him back? And immediately on the first pitch, Darryl Hamilton starts it off for the Mets with a single. He's 2 for 2 now. Now Edgardo Alfonso is 0 for 1. Crowd gives cheer when his name was called on the PA. The pitch outside, 1-0. No outs and a man on first. This is a good situation for the New York Mets. But now they just have to deliver. Alfonso flew out in the first. The delivery up the middle. Lieber gets it. And the throw to first. And out. And Darryl Hamilton goes to second. And now the power hitter, Mike Piazza, grounded out in the first. What can he do this time? John Lieber checks on the runner. Throws. And just out of the zone, says the ump. And it's 1-0. That one's roped but foul by Piazza. It's 1-1. Pitch. It's up and over. Eric Young. That might score a runner. Buford throws into second. Piazza delivers for the Mets. We have a tie ball game. It's 1-1. Piazza with the RBI. Darryl Hamilton scores. And the crowd cheers. Now a man on first, 1 out for Robin Ventura. That one's outside, 1-0. He flew out in the second inning. Crowds getting into it. Lieber delivers. That one's a ground ball. Eric Young to Neves and a double play. But Piazza gets the RBI and we are tied at 1. Lieber, who let up a run, is now up. He struck out the last time. And a pitch right down the middle. And a swing and a miss from Lieber. 0-1. Hampton. That's another strike. 0-2. And the crowd roars. That one's way outside. 1-2 on the slider. Hampton's coming up on 70 pitches here in the 5th. That one's down low, 2-2. Now can the Cubs retaliate from the Mets retaliation? A foul ball back into the crowd, 2-2. Hampton's 70th pitch is on its way. And it's a strikeout to Lieber. Struck out twice. And that's Mike Hampton's 6th strikeout of the night. And now we go back to the top of the order for the Cubs. Eric Young walked in the first. He's 0 for 1. The delivery is swung on and a foul ball. 0-1. Hampton outside, 1-1. Hampton's 1-1 delivery. Down low, 2-1 to Eric Young. And he tries to bunt, and it's 2-2. That one's just outside, 3-2, full count. Damon Buford on deck, and he struck out and popped out in the game. Full count pitch from Mike Hampton to Eric Young Sr. is a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts from Mike Hampton, his 7th right there. 2 outs, Damon Buford up, he's 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop out like I had just said. Can Hampton strike out at the side? And the first pitch is a strike. Closer to the high top of the zone. And the other one that's closer to the top of the zone, 0-2. 55 strikes and 23 balls from Hampton. Buford looking for his pitch. And he found it, but it's not going to do much. Darryl Hamilton makes the catch, and that ends the side. Cubs go down 1-2-3, and the Mets are back up. Leading off for the Mets in the 5th inning, it's Derek Bell. And the pitch from Lieber is a slider down in the zone, 0-1 to Derek Bell. And a four-seamer up at the top now, 0-2. That really gets you going when you're moving around the zone like that. Down low, up high, down low, to the sides. That's the good way to get strikeouts and get less runs for the opposing team. And that one's hit down the line. Sammy Sosa throws into second. And Derek Bell's not going to test Sosa's arm. He's going to stay at first. And a hit down the right field line. Just stays fair. An MVP chance now for Todd Zeile. Ball down low. 1-0. Todd Zeile struck out in the 2nd inning. That one's up the middle. Eric Young, Nieves, and another double play for the Cubs, 4-6-3. Eric Young dishes it off to Nieves, and Nieves throws it back to first to Mark Grace. Completes the double play. And now 2 outs. Ray Ordonez in the bottom of the 5th. That ball is outside. Ray Ordonez struck out in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1. The 1-0 count from Lieber. He's at 50 pitches now. The pitch is a foul ball that lightly got tapped. 1-1. Another little tap and a foul ball, 1-2. Lieber trying to strike out Ordonez. The delivery. Down low, 2-2. On the slider, it's down low in the dirt. Lieber still looking for the strikeout. And another foul ball. And we keep going in this at bat. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. And that's the end of the 5th inning. We go to the 6th now. Cubs are 1-4-0. Mets 1-4-0. Now the Cubs are trying to get something going now. Top of the 6th inning. Mark Grace is up. The pitch from Mike Hampton is just a little outside the zone. 1-0 to start the 6th. Mark Grace is 0 for 2. And now 2-0 to Mark Grace. Swung and roped to right field. Is that over the wall? No. Yes, it is. Never mind. Grace with the home run. 344 feet and 93 off the bat. And the Cubs retake the lead in the top of the 6th. Two to 1 Cubs. And now the man that hit the home run last time, Sammy Sosa, is coming up. That one just barely got over. With these fences that aren't too far from home plate. Sammy Sosa takes the first pitch. It's 1-0. Sammy Sosa had the solo home run last time he was up, and he's 1 for 2. A little tap back, 1-1. Sosa waits the next pitch. And it's 2-1 now to Sosa. Can the Cubs add on to the lead after the Mark Grace home run? That one just clipped the corner, and it's 2-2. And that one's fouled off by Sosa. Into the crowd. Hampton. Up high. Full count. Henry Rodriguez on deck for the Cubs. And that one's hit to the third base. And an out. And now the 5th man in the lineup is Henry Rodriguez. He singled in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. And Hampton's 90th pitch of the game is a strike. Jim Mann and Cook are working in the bullpen, getting ready when Mike Hampton needs to come out. Swing and a miss. Too early on that one from Henry Rodriguez. And it's 0-2. Swing and a miss. And the throw to first. A strikeout for Mike Hampton. His 8th of the game. A nice pitch, and Henry Rodriguez goes after it. He would have gone on base because that was a full count, but he went for it. And Shane Andrews goes at the first pitch. He's 2 for 2 at 2 singles. And another man that's 2 for 2 at 2 singles is Darryl Hamilton on the Mets. 0-1 for Chicago. Now 0-2. And the most pitches that Mike Hampton had to throw is 22 in 1 inning.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And 1-2 to Shane Andrews, third baseman. Ball is up high, 2-2 to Shane Andrews. And that one's roped. Shane Andrews might have gone the distance. He did. Home run. Shane Andrews and Mark Grace go deep in the same inning. 358 feet from Shane Andrews, 94 off the bat. And the Chicago Cubs take a 3-1 lead. And that might do it for Mike Hampton. Left right over the middle of the plate again from Mike Hampton. And just over the wall, but he made it. And no, the manager is going to keep Mike Hampton in. Jose Nieves takes strike one. He struck out and flew out. He's 0 for 2. Just as this game was 1-1 at the beginning of this side, it's 3-1 with 2 home runs. And now Hampton's 100th pitch of the game is a ball, 2-1. And I would assume when Mike Hampton gets out of this inning, the manager's going to put in another pitcher the next inning. A swing and a miss on the slider. And it's 2-2 on Nieves. And that one is roped into the crowd. 2-2. Hampton delivers. And it's a full count. And the catcher Joe Garotti is on deck for the Chicago Cubs. The pitch, another foul ball. Stays a full count. That one is popped up to Ricky Henderson. And he makes the catch. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 home runs for the Cubs. 3-6-0. Mets are 1-4-0, looking to make some damage happen. Those are the 2 home runs on the replay.
Pinch hitting for the Mets.
Now, pinch hitting for the New York Mets is Benny Agbayani. And since he's pitch hitting, as on the first pitch he gets out, but since Benny Agbayani is in at the 9th spot, that means a new pitcher has entered the game. Ricky Henderson in. He's 0 for 2. He flew out and grounded out. Lieber. Outside 1-0. Lieber, the pitch, down low, 2-0. As Mike Hampton was over 100 pitches in this inning, John Lieber is not even at 60 yet. And he gets a strike, 2-1. Henderson has not been able to run the bases yet, as he's not gone on the bases yet. That's a ball on the inside of the plate, 3-1. Darrell Hamilton's on deck. He has 2 singles and a run. A swing and a miss from Ricky Henderson, and now we have a full count. John Lieber loves that slider. He's been going to it a lot. And he goes to the slider there, but it's way off the plate. And it's a walk to Ricky Henderson. And now you've got speed on first base, and you got the man that's 2 for 2. And it's not gone out yet. Darrell Hamilton up. And you need to start doing some damage here soon, or you're going to start falling behind in the game. Lieber with the pitch out.
1-0.
And Henderson's not going to try it. It's 1-0. The Chicago knows that Ricky Henderson has some speed, so they're making sure that he doesn't run on them. That's why they did that pitch out. It's 1-1 now to Darryl Hamilton. The pitch out again. And that's a strike, 1-2. And a swing and a miss from Darryl Hamilton. And the second out. Fifth strikeout for John Lieber.
Number 13, second baseman, Edgardo.
Now, the second baseman, Edgardo Alfonso, is up in the 5 spot, in the 3 spot in the lineup. He's 0 for 2. One swing of the bat, and you've got a tie game. It's 0-1. Edgardo Alfonso flew out and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. Pitch out again. 1-1. The Cubs are definitely worried about Ricky Henderson on the bases. Another pitch out. Alfonso goes for it, and it's 1-2. Lieber's 70th pitch is a foul ball from Alfonso. One and 2 pitch from Lieber to Alfonso. And another foul ball. And Ricky Henderson just barely got out on the pickoff attempt by Lieber. Another 1-2 pitch is swung on, rope to left field. And that's over the wall. And we've got a tie game. 3:65, and we got a 3-3 tie ball game. Edgardo Alfonso, that one swing of the bat. Hernandez went back to the wall. And now we have a 3-3 ball game with the power hitter Mike Piazza up in the bottom of the 6th. He swings and misses on the first pitch, 0-1. And I believe that was a full count that Edgardo Alfonso hit the home run on.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
1-1 to Mike Piazza. Can he keep the inning going for the Mets? That one's down low, 1-2. The Mets are not going away. They were down 1-0. They tied it 1-1. They were down 3-1. They tied it 3-3. Swing and a miss that ends the inning, but the Mets come up with a big 2-run homer from Edgardo Alfonso, and the Mets tie the game at 3. A new pitcher in, it's Jim Mann. He's got 3 pitches he can go to: forkball, slider, 4-seamer. The relief pitcher coming in the 7th for the Mets. As they got a little bit of momentum now, they got 2 home runs. 1 home run, but a 2-run homer. And now the catcher, Joe Girardi, up. He's 0 for 2. as we start the 7th inning, and Todd Van Poppel is working in the bullpen for the Cubs. 1-0 to Garotti in the top of the 7th. The pitch is popped up. Piazza waiting for it to come down, and he makes the catch. Garotti is set down. And now John Lieber's up to come up to bat. No, never mind. They're going to bring in Glenn Allen Hill as the pinch hitter. So they're going to swap to definitely Todd Van Poppel because he's the only one working in the bullpen. 0 for 1. 0-1, I mean. Glenn Allen Hill looks at an 0-1 count as Mann delivers. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Pitch. Ump says no, it didn't cut the corner, and it's 1-2 from Jim Mann. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The Mets have momentum in the new millennia. Eric Young now, he's 0 for 2. 2 outs in the top of the 7th for the Mets. Oh, and 1 with the strike with the slider at the bottom of the zone. The pitch in there with the four-seamer. 0-2 to Eric Young. And up the middle. And Ray Ordonez throws it to Todd Zeile. And we got the 7th inning stretch coming up. And while they do that, we take an ad break. And then we'll be back for the bottom of the 7th. Robin Ventura, Derek Bell, and Todd Zeile are due up. Robin Ventura, 0 for 2 with a fly out and ground out to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Looking to carry that momentum from last inning into this one. The pitch from Lieber. He stays in. And now we got 2 pitchers working in the bullpen for the Cubs. And the crowd into it. Lieber. And a foul ball, 0-2. Robin Ventura hit it down the left field line, but it went foul. Not fair. Up high. Ventura swings at it, and it's a strikeout. 7th strikeout for Lieber. And look at the pitch by pitch. A 3-pitch strikeout. A 4-seam slider, and then a 4-seam. Derek Bell, 1 for 2. That one's outside, 1-0. Bell singled in the 5th inning. Crowd chanting, "Let's go Mets," again. The pitch, outside, 2-0. Derek Bell ahead in the count. As that one's down low, it's 3-0. Lieber's not happy about that. Todd Zeile is on deck. Lieber trying to not walk Derek Bell. But he does. 4-pitch walk on Derek Bell. And there's a man on first. And that's going to do it for John Lieber as the Cubs go to a bullpen, and we'll be right back after this. And now Todd Van Poppel, a four-seam slider and changeup as he tries to get the job done for the Cubs. He talks with Garrotti, and they're set. Todd Zeile struck out, ground out. He's 0 for 2. He's got a man on first to work with. And Van Poppel with the pitch out. And it's ball 1 on his first pitch of the game. And the crowd back into it again. The pitch down the middle, and it's fouled off into the crowd. 1-1. That one's up the middle. Lieber. Nah, not Lieber. Van Poppel has it, and it's a double play. 1-4-3. Zeile ends the inning, and it stays 3-3. Now, Damon Buford flew out in the 5th. He's 0 for 3 to start the 8th inning. Now Jim Mann had a 9-pitch inning last time. Oh, and 1. That one smacked, but it's caught. Edgardo Alfonso with a 2-run homer and a great catch to make it out. Now the man who hit a homer in his last at-bat, Mark Grace. He's 1 for 3. Up high, 1-0. From Jim Mann. That one's hit down low. Ray Ordonez throws Mark Grace out. He's 1 for 4 now. And 2 outs in the top of the 8th. And now Sammy Sosa trotting out to the batter's box. Solo home run in the 4th. He's 1 for 3. 2 outs. No one on base. Fouled back 0-1. One of the best hitters in the league, Sammy Sosa. A pitch. Outside, 1-1. 31,539 people in attendance here at the Tokyo Dome. Watching this exciting game between the Chicago Cubs and New York Mets as the delivery is swung on by Sammy Sosa out of the zone on the slider, and it's 1-2. That one's down low, 2-2. And a striker that just clipped the zone, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. But the Mets have a chance to take the lead. 3-6-0 for the Cubs, 3-5-0 for the Mets. And now pinch hitting is Todd Pratt. Todd versus Todd. Strike 1 to Todd Pratt. That one's up high. That one's into center field. And that's going to be caught by Damon Buford caught it for the first out. Now Benny Agbayani. Strike one, 0-1. Agbayani 0 for 1. And it's 0-1. Now 0-2 on the foul ball. One out for the Mets in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-3. Agbayani waits down low from Van Poppel. 1-2. A pitch. Up the middle. Is it going to fall? Yes. In front of Buford. And we got a hit from New York. Benny Agbayani. Hit it over the second baseman and hit it into the gap between the center fielder and second baseman. Ricky Henderson whiffs at the first pitch, 0 for 1. Ricky Henderson was walked and he scored a run, 0 for 2. And he was a run, not score a run. He was a run. The pitch just clips the zone. 0-2 to Henderson. Outside 1-2. The pitch popped up. And it's caught for the second out by Shane Andrews. Now Darrell Hamilton is up. 2 for 3, 2 singles and a run. Man on first. The pitch is also popped up on the first pitch. And that one's going to be caught by Eric Young. Cubs are 3-6-0. Mets are 3-6-0. Henry Rodriguez, Shane Andrews, and Jose Nieves are due up. Now Dennis Cook coming in for the Mets. He's got a four-seamer, sinker, slider, and forkball. Now in the 9th inning, we're still tied at 3. And now Melvin Mora is at shortstop. Henry Rodriguez, he singled in the 4th, 1 for 3. The left-hander, Dennis Cook, pitches, and he clips that corner of the zone. It's 0-1. That one is foul. 0-2 to Rodriguez. And that one's fouled back into the crowd. Still 0-2. That one's hit down the line. Is he going to try for second base? No, he will not. Rodriguez will stay at first. No outs and a man on first. Rodriguez is hype. Just barely got over and away from Todd Zeile. And now Shane Andrews, a home run, 2 singles, and an RBI. He's 3 for 3. And he's working with a man on first, who is Henry Rodriguez, and no outs. Dennis Cook pitches up high, 1-0. And Grant Roberts working in the bullpen. Probably the best guy you could have up at this point right now for the Cubs. Down low, 2-0. The only guy who is perfect still is Shane Andrews. And he may stay perfect because he might get walked. Jose Nieves on deck getting ready. The 3-0 count. And the 3-0 pitch is inside. And Shane Andrews is four-pitched and walked. A man on first and second. Now Jose Nieves in a great situation for the Mets. I mean for the Cubs, not the Mets. Great situation for the Cubs. Bad situation for the Mets. Might have not been the greatest decision to go to Dennis Cook. He's already let two runners get on. 0-1 to Nieves. Now 1-1. And a home run. No doubt about it. Jose Nieves gives the Cubs a 3-run lead in the top of the ninth inning. 365, 98 miles per hour. Jose Nieves, the hero for Chicago. It is 6-3, Cubs on the 3-run homer to left field. No doubt about it. That was the dugout. And that's the replay. Me oh my. Jose Nieves, the hero. Grant Roberts now pitching for the Mets. That was an obvious decision after you let up two runners and then let up a home run, which will probably cost you 6-3 Cubs. That one's hit up the middle, and the Mets get their first out. Garotti's out, and now the ninth man, Glenn Allen Hill, 0-for-1, struck out in the seventh. The Mets need a Millennium Miracle. 1-0 to Glenn Allen Hill. 2-0 to Glenn Allen Hill. A little tap and a little foul ball. 2-1. And the crowd is dead silent now after that home run. The pitch inside, 3-1. Eric Young on deck for the Cubs. On the 3-1 pitch. And it's hit. A little tap. Alfonso to first. And he's out. 2 outs. And Eric Young is up. Grounded out in the first. He's 0-for-3. The pitch by Roberts. Inside, 1-0. Now, I know this is the first game of the year, but this might already be one of the games of the year. 2-0 to Eric Young. A 3-run homer. 3-0 now. Damon Buford is on deck on the 3-0 count. And it is ball 4. Now the Mets had to come back by 1, had to come back by 2, so can they come back by 3 now? Damon Buford is up. He's 0-for-4, and Roberts checks on Eric Young, making sure he's not going, and he doesn't. 2 outs. The pitch down the middle, 0-1. And the third base coach giving some signals to the man on first. Roberts trying to get out of this. Down the middle, and it's a foul ball, 0-2. Fouled into the crowd. And one strike getting away. One strike to get out of this inning for Grant Roberts. Down low, 1-2. The pitch. He went for it, and he got it. Eric Young, the first stolen base of the year. A great slide and he took off right at the right time. 2-2 pitch to Damon Buford. And it's 3-2 now. Mark Grace is up. He had a solo homer in the 6th. Now that one's popped up in foul grounds. Stays a full count. The Mets are in trouble. That one's popped up. That should end the inning. Robin Ventura is under it. And he makes the catch. And we're going to the bottom of the 9th. Jose Nieves, with a monster home run, gives the Cubs a 3-run lead. 6-8-0, 3-6-0. Now the Mets need a miracle. Rick Aguilera. Edgardo Alfonso hit a 2-run tank in the 6th inning. But this time he has no one on base, but can he do it again? He's 1 for 3 with that 1 homer he had. And the first pitch is a first strike. Aguilera. Alfonso chasing, trying to be aggressive, which you need to be. It's 0-2 now to Edgardo. Aguilera down low on the curveball, and it's 1-2 to Alfonso. And that one's hit, but it's going to go foul. And that one's a little tap to third base. And that's 1 out for the Cubs. Shane Andrews threw him out. And now Mike Piazza with a single and an RBI. He's 1 for 3. Down by 3. With 1 out in the game. 2 outs left for the Mets. Down by 3. Piazza is 0 for 1. Is 0-1 on the count. Now 1-1. 6-3 Cubs. And they are probably going to seal it. That one is a foul ball, 1-2 to Piazza. The pitch is roped in the left center field, and it is off the wall. Throw in by Buford, and that's a double for Mike Piazza. With 1 out in the inning. Might not do much if he can't score. Just barely didn't reach over the fence. Mets are in scoring position now. If they can get a walk or somehow get someone a single and hit and rope it, they can tie it. Ventura is popped up. And the out is made by Garrotti. 2 outs. man on second. And now it comes down to the sixth man in the lineup, Derek Bell, 1 for 2, single in the fifth. The pitch, down low, 1-0 on the forkball. That one is a foul ball, 1-1. That one's hit, a little grounder, and that ends the game. Cubs win it 6-3. And the player of the game has to be Jose Nieves with the 3-run homer that gave the Cubs the win. And the Mets go to their hotel here in Japan and wait for tomorrow. Cubs go 6 runs, 8 hits, 0 errors. Mets 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. And I'm Crawford, aka the Commentator's Corner, your only commentator on the channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. For the Mets, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.